Hello everybody! In this video you will learn how to use and what is needed for the Mobile Vehicle Bay device in Subnautica. Plus, you will find out all the locations where you can find the fragments to scan in order to unlock the special device. Back to the topic, the Mobile Vehicle Bay requires 2 creepvine seed, 2 copper, 10 titanium and 4 acid mushrooms. In case you have any troubles to gather any of these materials, check the farming playlist linked in the description to learn more about how to get them all. Now, in order to build it, you need to use the fabricator device, where in resources, then under basic materials, you have to craft 1 titanium ingot, 1 silicone rubber and 1 lubricant. Next, move in electronics, where you need to build also 2 batteries followed by 1 power cell. To finish, switch the main category to deployables, where you will find the Mobile Vehicle Bay to build if you already discovered its blueprint. Now that you have it, it's time to get outside of your base. Equip it, then use the fire button in order to release it. While doing the opening animation, it will rise to the sea level. Don't worry where you position it, because in any moment you can pick up it staying on the side of this device. Now, in order to use it, you need to position yourself behind it, that will allow you to use the climb interaction. This will get you on top of the platform, where you can interact with the central monitor on top of it in order to get to the building menu. Here, if you unlock the respective blueprints, you will be able to build the free exploration vehicle and the yard. The sea move, that is the first you need to build that will allow you to explore faster, easier and safest the underwater world. Plus, if you build these specific modules, you can also carry more loot by installing extra storage on it. Then there is a prawn suit, that is the main fighting vehicle and great for the sea-based exploration. Without mention, that is a great device to use if you want to farm easy. For this exact purpose, I made a more detailed guide you can find in the farming base building linked in the description. To finish with the main exploration vehicles, there is a Cyclops. That is like a mobile base that allows you to explore the most deepest and dangerous territories in the game. That allows you to build furniture inside and even add more storage by building some lockers. Without speaking about the fact that you can also bring inside the submarine another smaller vehicle you can park in the bottom compartment. There is another thing you can build using this device, that is a Neptune launch platform that allows you to build the missile to escape the planet. Now, before moving to the location of the Mobile Vehicle Bay fragments, I highly recommend to check the equipment playlist in order to learn more about all these vehicles, fragments, location and upgrades. Time to speak about where to find the Mobile Vehicle Bay fragments. All locations will be reached using coordinates, so if you still didn't know how to use them, check the respective video about this topic as well linked in the description. Now, the first place where you can find one fragment is a small wreck which coordinates you see right now, where usually you can find some grav trap, sea glade and Mobile Vehicle Bay fragments. In case you didn't find enough fragments here to build the device, move to the next location, but I highly recommend you to bring with you in this case a sea glade, that is the only vehicle you can build using the fabricator. Now, the next location is the first large wreck you can find on the shown coordinates, outside of which usually you can find some bioreactor and sea move fragments. While to get inside, you need to have the laser cutter tool in order to open the frontal sealed door. If you still didn't have this tool, check the specific video about its location linked in the description. Once inside, in the first room you can find 2 random blueprints that can be laser cutter or Mobile Vehicle Bay. Next, on one side there is another sealed door you have to open. Inside this last room you will find the battery charger and Mobile Vehicle Bay fragments. Plus, inside the data box there is a special lightweight high-capacity tank blueprint. To finish, in the previous room you can open a specific door you can interact with, that leads to another entrance in the wreck where you will find some more minor blueprints. Usually these 2 locations are enough to get the blueprint, but let's suppose you are unlucky. In this case there are some more locations to check. The next is another large wreck which coordinates you can see right now. Outside of it you can find some sea move and beacon fragments. Well, to get inside you need to open the sealed door on top or just find the ventilation tube accessed behind the huge dark panel. In both cases you will get inside the just one room to explore, where usually there are 2 mobile vehicle bay fragments and 1 grav trap. Plus, landing on a couch there is a unique collectible PDA data. Next wreck to explore is one that usually have more fragments for this blueprint, but is one of the hardest to explore because of its depth. Anyway, once here outside you can find some boxes that has inside the first fragment you came for. Plus, you can find also some beacons on the seabed. While to get inside you can find a broken wall between the wreck and the cliff it's landing on. In this room you can find 1 sea glade and 1 mobile vehicle bay fragments. Plus, you will find a data box containing the compass technology blueprint inside. Next, you need to use the repair laser in order to repair the panel near the bottom door. Once done, you will be able to interact with the door that will be opened. Inside this last room, you can find the modification station and stasis rifle fragments. To finish, check around the wreck to find some more boxes spread out in this area that sometimes contain more mobile vehicle bay fragments. Another good spot and safer to check is the large wreck which coordinates are displayed right now. Outside of this one there are a lot of boxes that contain sea glade and mobile vehicle bay fragments. Plus, to get inside you have just to find and interact with a door on one side of it, behind which you will find some sea glade and grav trap fragments with a PDA data to collect, while there is another door you can open by repairing its panel that usually holds the mobile vehicle bay fragments. To finish, there are other 2 locations you can check for this blueprint, but that you will have some troubles to explore without a sim considering its depth. Anyway, both location coordinates are displayed right now if you want to check them anyway. Now that you have this special device, it's time to get some vehicle and start hardcore exploration.